welcome back to another video. Today we have a Zing, Metalfoes, Rokket, Infinite Negate, Dragon Link kind of crap. Deck is not very good. Well, it is consistent. I guess all you need is access to Halqifibrax plus 2 extenders. This right here is what I'm going to be showing you with Halqifibrax plus access to 3 extenders. With 2 extenders, you just lose a link Kuriboh at the end, which isn't too fatal since you still have 3 negates. They have to bait out 4 negates in order to play, which is not a lot of decks can do that right now. So it's just a quick combo tutorial. This hand it's any Metalfoes monster plus any 3 other Zing monsters. This one cannot be Jaitu. These two have to be of different names. That's really the only drawback. Otherwise, you are pretty good to go. You're gonna go ahead and normal summon Suwani. You're gonna go ahead and use your Metalfoes effect, popping Suwani and setting a copy of Metalfoes combination. You're gonna use the effect of Suwani, summoning a Jaitu. Jaitu is able to discard 2 Zing cards in order to summon 2 more Zing monsters from your deck. Now you're gonna go ahead synchro summon a Baxia using the level 6 Zefranio and the level 2 Jaitu. You're gonna go ahead and use the effect of Baxia, popping this combination, and then you'll be able to revive the Bian. This is one of the cards you discarded of Jaitu, which is important. Now you will be able to use the effect of combination, searching a Metalfoes monster. It depends on the scale of this card on the field right here. If it's a high scale, then you want to be searching a low scale. If it's a low scale, you search a high scale. You just search the opposite scale. You're going to go into the Noodle Fiber, summoning Rokket Synchron. Then you're going to go ahead and scale Gold Driver. You're going to PENDULUM summon a Zefranio. Zefranio will be searching his Divine Strike. And now you'll go ahead and use Gold Driver, popping this Bian, and then you're going to be setting another combination. You're going to go ahead and use Bian's effect, chain Chi-Wen in the graveyard. When a Zing is destroyed, you can summon it. Now you go ahead and synchro into another Baxia. You're going to use its first effect. That actually has its first effect, where when synchro summon, you're able to shuffle cards on the field to the deck. So you're going to be shuffling one of the Metalfoes skills. This is important because you need to keep your spell trap zones free. You're going to go ahead and use its effect again to pop combination, something back Jaitu. Combination will search anything, really, this is just discard fodder. Then you go into the Reproducus, changing type to Wing Beast, go into Simorg. Now you're going to Guard Dragon LP summons the Red Eye Darkness Metal Dragon. Metal Dragon is able to revive a Rock Synchron. Now you go into Romulus. Romulus searches a Dragon Ravine. Now you go into Striker Dragon searches Boost Sector. Now you're going to go ahead and use Dragon Ravine, discarding the extra Metalfoes you search in order to dump an Absol Router. You're going to go ahead and use Absol Router, searching the Rocket Tracer. You're going to use Striker Dragon's effect, popping Jaitu, search, getting back the Rocket Synchron in your graveyard. Now you're going to go ahead and use Boost Sector. Boost Sector summons the 2 rockets in your hand. Now you go into Union Carrier. Union Carrier will be equipping a card. You'll go into a Link Kuriboh. If you only have Halqifibrax plus 2 extenders, then this Link Kuriboh will not exist. Instead, I believe you have to use the Rocket Synchron in order to go into Union Carrier, and then now you use the effect of Rocket Tracer to pop the scale, summoning Savage Dragon. Now you go ahead, get the Crystal Halqifibrax since that's the highest attack monster in your graveyard, and then you'll set the Zephyr Divine Strike and pass. During the end phase, the Simorg will trigger, summoning Avian. This is Infinite Negates right here. Everything you ever need.
Your deck dies to Dark Wielder no more.
This deck doesn't die to Dark Wielder no more. They used it. Zephyr Divine Strike. This can also be a droplets if you like. So that will be negated by banishing the Zefranio in your extra deck. Now they try to activate a card. You can chain Avix Avian, which is able to bounce a Miss Valley card on the field in order to negate the activation of the card. You're going to go ahead and bounce it, and then you're going to be summoning it back. Now, if our opponent tries to normal summon something and attack over our Thunderbird, since while it's on the field, we'll be able to infinitely negate stuff, we can just activate Link Kuriboh, triggering itself to change that to 0, and they can't do anything. Now, during our next turn, we just go straight to battle phase, and we can punch for well over a game. Yep, that's the deck. That's the main combo. Of course, there are lots of different hands that can do this combo. Tuner, just basically a tuner plus 3 monsters, say. And in a Pendulum deck, getting 3 monsters is extremely easy, especially with the Metalfoes just being able to pen summon everything, and they just, fill your field with different types of Yang Zing cards. So that's the main combo. I guess I'll go to the deck profile now. Right here we have the deck. Starting off with triple Metalfoes Voltflame, triple Gold Driver, triple Silver, triple Stealin, triple Painful Decision, and triple Summoner's Art. All of these are just scales. Like they're just scales. They're nothing else. Painful Decision can be anything you want, which is why it's probably the most versatile card. And everything else is pretty much anything you want. Next, we actually run a small Zephyr engine consisting of triple Zephyr, one Terraforming, which is kind of the third copy of Oracle, triple Providence, and then the Oracle package. The reason why we run the Zephyr package is just because it gets us easier access to the Zephranu and just general access to a free monster on the field along with a free Negate, and it can also help us get to Baxia easier. Also helps us manipulate our scales, since we're also running a level 1 Zephyraxi, so we can kind of manipulate our scales in that regard. And by the way, Zephyraxi is also really good since you are able to get a free Crystal and Halqifibrax out of him. So all of that is really good, which is why we run the Zephyr engine. It just really helps the Yang Zing engine a good bit in terms of consistency. And Divine Strike just counter trap, negates a lot of stuff. Next we run the double Zephranu. The reason why I'm running 2 is just because you're running 10 other copies of it, so you don't really need to explain that much more. Next we have the 1 Swanee, 2 Beyond, 2 Bixie, 1 Zephyraxi, triple Jaitu, 1 Palau, and double Chivan. These are just names. Zephyraxi probably is like not a name, but everything else is really just a name, and Zephyraxi is it's a name, I guess, but it's also mainly there just as a scale for Zephyrath and a way to change cards to tuner. And then we have the 2 combination. This should probably be in the Metalfoes section. Combination, we run 2 of them just because they are able to generate extra advantage and search extra cards, which is super great. And then lastly, for the Yang Zings, we run the 9 pillars. Sometimes if you aren't able to necessarily get to your infinite gates, you can just settle for a 9 pillars instead. Next we have the Rokket engine, starting with 2 Absolute Router. This is an inherent extender, so if you didn't have the Halqifibrax plus 2 monsters, this is an extender. Magna Rocket Dragon is able to pop cards for free. Rocket Tracer, just having 3 is really good in case you're in a bit of a pinch, and you can just use Brute Sector Launch for free and you don't have to use the Striker Dragon effect. Rocket Recharge is also pretty good since it is able to summon cards from your graveyard, and it really just helps you, kind of reload your field a bit. Next we have the 1 Rocket Synchron. It's just a tuner to summon up Halqifibrax, a level 1 Dragon tuner. And next we run Triple Quick Launch. This is actually a really good card since it is able to just summon any rocket that you want from your deck. So it's able to act as a tuner extender, it's able to act as a level 4 extender. It's basically all you want, gets you easy access to Crystal and Halqifibrax. In fact, you don't even have to go into Halqifibrax, since you can just directly go into Reaper-Docus, then into Simorg, and then since you have the level 4 monster on field, you can link into an LP and generate advantage from there. Next we have the Boot Sector and Dragon Ravine, more Dragon Link stuff. Boot Sector is very easily searchable and you're able to fill your hand for it. And then Dragon Ravine is also really good, just being able to dump an Absolutor and inherently search another card. And finally Apex Avian and Thunderbird for Infinite Gates. Next we have the Borlo Savage Dragon, just as an extra extra negate for Chainlink 2 or higher. We have the Baxia. Baxia is really good. It's able to pop your set combinations, which gets you extra searches. It's able to reborn cards. It's able to destroy your opponent's board by shuffling 2 cards. None of those effects are hard once per turns, of course, which is why it's really good. Next we have Yazi. Yazi cannot be targeted, which is decent, I guess, and it has the ability to pop a card your opponent controls and then summon a worm from your deck. Like, just summon any worm you want. All the Yang Zings are worms, and then I don't think there are any worms apart from that, but having access to Yang Zings is really important, especially with the Metalfoes. Next, the access code just for killing your opponent. We have Simorg for the just get Avian on the field and make infinite gates. Unicorn and Phoenix for some spot removal. Crystal and Halqifibrax to summon the Rocket Synchron. The Romulus to search Dragon Ravine and generate advantage that way. We have the Union Carrier just to get Thunderbird on the field in the first place. Reaper Docus to change cards to Wing Beast since you need that for your summoning condition of Simorgh. Next we have the Union Carrier. Union Carrier is Striker Dragon is able to boot sector launch and also helps you reload your hand with monsters for boot sector launch. And thanks to that, Rokket Tracer is also just a 1-card Borreload Savage Dragon, which is really good. LP is kind of your main way to get the Rokket engine involved inside the entire thing, since LP does just get you free monsters on the field. And finally, the 1 copy of Linkuriboh, mainly to negate your opponent's attack. So that is the deck. The deck, I mean, it's fun. I don't know a lot about Yang Zing, so you can definitely change a good couple of things here. If you have any suggestions on the deck, do leave them down in the comments below. And I believe I'll be seeing you next time then. Goodbye.